Good evening, everyone. Hello. Hi, welcome to Willingness Wednesday. I am your coach, BVon Squires, and today we are sponsored by Spirit Source Connection. I am truly grateful to be here again this week. Hello. I just want to wait until everybody gets on in because we have so much to talk about tonight. So I started thinking, okay, at this time in my life, I am beginning to revamp my finances. And you guys know, as I find out information, I bring it to you so that we can all be in the know, right? My mom used to say that all the time. She wanted to be in the know. And so this is my opportunity to make sure that we are all in the know about all things spiritual. So before I go any further, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are new, you are welcome here. This is a safe place. Welcome, welcome. And if you are returning, you know I cannot do this without you. You just know how much I appreciate your love and support. And oh my God, I'm just so honored and grateful that you continue to come here each week and allow me to pour into you so that you can become the most magnificent, multidimensional spiritual being that you can be. Now, for those of you who aren't sure about what's going on here, we talk about things that are spiritual in nature because I, like a lot of us, believe that we are supernatural beings, that we are multidimensional supernatural beings, and that we have supernatural power. Okay. And so I understand that we have a mind, a body, a soul, spirit. All these components need to be developed to their fullest potential so that we can be firing off all cylinders, so that we can master no matter what happens during our day. We are not a slave to any aspect of life when we are firing from all cylinders. And so that's my job as your coach to make sure that you get the information that you need that's going to help you become successful. Okay. So tonight we are talking about money. I know a lot of people don't want to talk about money. A lot of people don't understand money. For so long, I didn't understand money, and I certainly didn't think it was a spiritual idea. I did some research. And so tonight, we're going to be talking about money, a spiritual idea. And so before we go any further, I'm just going to just jump on in with no further ado, okay? All right. So, what I want you to know is that, first of all, I have no gold bricks to sell you. No, I don't have any insurance I want you to buy. As a matter of fact, I don't have anything to sell you tonight. I am a success dealer. That's what I am, a hope dealer and a success dealer. That's what I am tonight, to bring you some hope that you too can master your finances and begin to understand the natural law that governs not only money but all things in this natural realm. Okay, we had the spiritual laws, we had the natural laws, and tonight we are talking about the mental law and the spiritual law. Okay, so now what I want you to know is that money, let's talk about money. Does it matter that you are, let's see, what kind of business you have? No, it doesn't matter what kind of business you have. Two people can have the same business, and one of them is going to make money, the other one's going to lose. And then at some point, it's going to switch. One's going to make money, one's going to lose. So it doesn't matter what kind of business you have. It doesn't matter where you come from in terms of where you live. It doesn't matter on your education, because there are so many wealthy men who are totally ignorant. I didn't say that. But it's true. It doesn't necessarily take intellect to have money, right? So it doesn't depend on your circumstances. It doesn't depend on your upbringing. It doesn't depend on the item that you're selling. None of these things matter. It's not the substance that counts. It's the belief and the action that you put behind it. And just keep watching, because I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that, okay? Now, it must depend on a definite or definitive way of thinking. The man who succeeds must have done something right. And the man who did not succeed must have done something differently, right? So that there is a way that the Creator has provided for us. Now, do you really think He would create us and not provide for us or give us a way to provide for ourselves? Well, certainly He would not. There is a way. Now, I cannot go down this way for you. No one can walk your own path. You have to walk that path yourself. But the thing I need you to understand is that we are dealing with the law of mental and spiritual laws, okay? Now, the law is not God. It is an attribute of God. So then God said that man had dominion on over all things on the earth, right? And that means over all the laws and everything else that is encompassed in the earth or in our natural environment. Now, listen to this. Two men come up with the same sum, but they do it in a different way. One man can just look at a number, and it's there in his head. The other man has to get out a piece of paper and actually decipher what these numbers are, right? Well, it doesn't matter which way you do it because both of these are natural ways. And as long as you're operating in natural law, you will get the same benefit or the same outcome. So both of these people operated from natural law and they both got the same outcome. They both arrived at the same figure. So there it tells us that it doesn't matter, how fast we do it. That's not it. The substance doesn't matter. The ability to move quickly or slowly doesn't matter. It's the process that you take that matters. Okay. All right. So there is a mental atmosphere all around us, this author says. And he says that the mind is in its intelligent state, right? It knows, it feels, it hears, it sees, and it understands everything. It's all universal. So there's a universal energy that knows everything, that is in all places at the same time. There's a universal energy that expresses itself through our natural law and our universal law. But the thing about it is that we interact with that through our spirit, right? Now, I'm not going to try to convince you of this because I cannot convince you of it. I'm only offering you a perspective, just something to consider. I mean, there has to be something behind it. All these people can go out here and manifest all these wonderful things. Well, so can you. They are no different than you. They have eyes and a nose and a mouth. They have all the same organs you have. We all have the same opportunity. The sun shines the same on all of us. It's just a matter of what we are doing, what actions we are incorporating while the sun is shining on us. Okay. So I want you to think about that. Now, the thing I want you to also know here is that, hold on just a sec. Now, if you cannot accept this fact, right? If you cannot accept the fact that you are a spiritual being that operates in the spiritual nature so that you can manifest things into the natural realm, it's okay if you don't believe it. All I'm saying is whether you believe it or not doesn't make it true or not, right? It's true whether we believe it or not. So it would behoove us rather than to sit around and argue about whether it's true or whether it's not true. Let's just put it into action and see for ourselves. That's the best sensible thing to do, I would think, right? Put it into action. See what happens for yourself. Now let's think about this. Think about gravity. Can you see it? Can you touch it? Can you feel it? Can you smell it? No, you cannot. Well, this is the same thing, right? This is the same thing. Now, happy is the man who can receive this information, for he shall reap the reward. I know it's asking a lot. Hey, coach, you're asking a lot for me to start believing in something that I don't have no idea about. But guess what? I'm here to help you. I'm here for you. All you need to do is contact me. You can dial my number 317-721-4315, or you can email me at b.vonsquires@gmail.com. Okay? So let's keep it on moving. I'm just loving this information. Now, we must have some faith, right? We have to operate our life on faith. We don't know everything. We can't see everything. So some things we have to just operate in faith. Now, for me, I operate in faith in everything because I just don't know what's coming tomorrow, but I know who does know. And so my faith is in my higher power. My faith is in God because I know He directs my path and He gives me visions of the outcome and then helps me plot the course to actually arrive at the final destination, which is my success. This is what I have done over and over and over again. And my life, if you've known me for a while, you know my life exemplifies this faith that I operate from, right? So all I'm trying to do is help you to understand whether you believe it or not. Go ahead and put the actions in motion. Believe that I believe. Okay? Now, the wildest mind can actually accomplish things if they know the right steps to take, if they know the right actions to move into. And so, if you don't know, I know, and you can always call me because I'm here to help you figure this out, okay? Now, this mental law is an attribute of the spirit, and we will get the best results only if we operate in the spirit. Now, the mind is to be used as an instrument. Listen to this. The tools of the mind is our thoughts, right? Now, whether our thoughts come through visualization, perception, imagination, or reasoning, or will, we will get the answer to the problem of our success when we enact these higher faculties of who we are as multidimensional individuals, as multidimensional spiritual beings, okay? We have access to all of these wonderful creative tools that we use our mind for. But most of us are only using our mind for scholastics and, I don't know what else, but definitely not imagining things, definitely not creating things or manifesting things into our life. Most of us don't do this because most of us don't understand how to use these tools. It's not something that was taught to us in school, or most of the times it wasn't even taught to us at home. And so that's why you come here, so I can teach you about things, so I can show you who you are, so I can help you understand that you are infinite. You can do anything. You just have to believe that that is the case, okay? Now, we talk about our thoughts, and the way that we get our thoughts out into the world is that we speak them. Our words are our thoughts in action. And as we speak these words out into the creative universe, oh my goodness, something wonderful happens. The universe takes these words, takes these intentions or affirmations, whatever you want to call them. They are spoken words out into the universe. Because of our creative nature, we can speak these words out into the universe that come from our thoughts, which are generated through our imagination, our creativity, our visualization, and then we speak them out into the universe, and then we begin to manifest. It starts long before it gets out of our mouth. It starts in our minds. We see a vision of what we want. Now, of course, we don't fill in all the blanks because we don't have all the information to fill in the blanks. That's where the faith comes in. That's where we learn how to set an intention. By the end of this year, I want to have $25,000 in a savings account. I don't know, that number just came to me, but it sounds like a great number, right? And so now I have to operate in a way of thinking, how am I going to make more money? I need to, reach out to the universe with my creative imagination, reach out to the spirit so that the spirit can commune with me and give me great ideas about how I can make this extra money to end up with $25,000 in a savings account at the end of the year. You see how that works? I am so excited about this, guys. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I'm telling you, it is just really wonderful to know that I can use these faculties of my mind to actually connect with the spirit and bring these wonderful creative images and creative words to fruition in my life. Woo! Now, did you know that if a man seeks first the kingdom of God, that he will be given all the power he needs in order to manifest things here on earth? Yes. If we seek first the kingdom of God, all other things will be added to us because now we have the power to move into action. We have the power to move into action where we didn't have the power before of our own volition, right? So now we talked about how our thoughts are our instruments, right? And so now most are not going to experience this level of existence because most are not going to believe that they're capable. Most are not going to, even though I tell you, most are not going to believe that you are infinite. And that is saddening, but everybody comes to this understanding at their own time. Just keep coming back, just keep listening, and one day something's going to click. Someday you are truly going to believe that you are a multidimensional spiritual being and that you have supernatural power. You just keep coming here because that's the message I have for you. That's the message I have for you. And so now I offer you tips and understanding how to actually manifest all the wonderful things that you are capable of. Okay. Oh man. uh, Sorry guys, a little difficulty here, getting too excited. I do not know why this thing is acting up the way that it is. I apologize. There we go. I am so sorry. I do not know what the problem is here. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm going to just continue. It's the same way I normally do it, so I'm not sure what's going on. But as I was saying, as a man thinketh, so is he. So what is this telling me? That my thoughts are powerful, that my thoughts are important, that those things that I think about, now of course this implies action, right? Are thoughts that we think about come to fruition because then we put the belief behind it, and the actions that we take will produce the thing that we are hoping for in the end, and that is success, right? Now, of course, you cannot fool your way thinking that you're going to be successful because your mind and your spirit can't go in two different directions. You can't go up and down at the same time. So you have to have forward thinking, positive thinking. And I tell you what, if you have people in your life, so you know those people, the naysayers, always got some doom and gloom, always got some way to say, no, that's not going to work. Do me a favor, don't talk to them. As a matter of fact, get those kinds of people out of your life. Your life depends on positive energy. It depends on being able to say the things that you need to say to yourself to stay positive, and surround yourself around those people that also will say those things to help you stay positive, right? Because of course we want people in our life that are like-minded, people who believe in the same things that we do. But of course we're tolerant of those who don't, right? Okay, so now your faith is the channel through which the spirit is to make the gift known to you. So I just want to help you to understand that the truth is the most radical thing there is in the world. So please continue to tell your truth. Please continue to tell yourself how awesome you are, that you are a multi-dimensional spiritual being, that you do have spiritual power, that you can achieve greatness. Just know that you live and move and have your abundance in being in spirit. Know that perpetual harmony and love are yours to manifest. Thank you guys so much for being with me tonight, in spite of all of the technical difficulties there at the end. But I am so grateful to be able to bring this information to you, and I hope that it has resonated with you in some way. And if it has, please share this information with your network so that they also have the ability to manifest their dreams and money and whatever else they want through this information. All right, guys, before I go, I just want to thank you so much again for your love and support. Thank you for allowing me to be your coach. Thank you so much. And in the meantime, I'm going to ask God to bless you real good. And that thing that you were manifesting, that thing that you were thinking about as I was speaking tonight, that thing is yours. Believe it, receive it. Go out there and do the right work to get it. It's on its way to you. Don't give up. Just continue to take positive action. Continue to center yourself around people that are positive, and you go for it. You go. go for it. You have the ability to create the life that you want for yourself. And I'm here to help you when you need my help. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me this evening. I will see you again next week right here on Willingness Wednesday. Now, of course, doing all this manifesting, I have a new position and now my hours have changed. And I believe I might go back to Wednesday mornings because this time of the day I'm actually at work. Because I'm just now starting. We ended early tonight, but next week that won't be the case. And so I'll decide how and when I'm going to come to you next, but it will be Wednesday. I'm just not sure on the time. But I'll keep you posted. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you again for allowing me to be your coach. Bye bye.